When I was younger, I used to play PlayStation. Now, I used to play with my brother on the original PlayStation. We would play Resident Evil, that was always a go-to. Or it was, for me, it would be something like Micro Machines or Destruction Derby, all them kind of games. But then in time, he moved on to PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. I jumped ship and I went to Xbox. But there's a reason for that. I moved on to GameCube, and I only moved on to GameCube for the little mini games that you would get. So I bought Super Monkey Ball, and that was my go-to to the point where my friends no longer wanted to play with me because knocking them off of the course was the funniest thing for me. And I couldn't help myself. I think because I played it so much, and obviously I must play games a lot more than my friends do. But just knocking them off of the course was just the funniest for me. No matter how many times I did it, I found it funnier and funnier and funnier. From there, we moved on to Raving Rabbids on the Wii. This game was something that we played for the rugby, so you can knock people over. It was another one that was great for co-op, just to laugh at each other, just to try and ruin each other, to try and wreck their game while you were succeeding. It was so much fun. There would always be one person that couldn't play, but there would be one person that could play, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious then, and it's hilarious now. My friend's husband at the time used to play Halo on the 360. Now, we'd watch him play because I was at hers and he wanted to play his game. So we would watch him play multiplayer, your team death matches, that kind of thing. We talked him into playing one day and we was hopeless, absolutely hopeless. So it literally just turned into a hide and seek. But then that caused immense frustration for him, but it caused hours of entertainment for us. Anyway, we weren't allowed to play it anymore. But that's fine, because we discovered that we liked playing games together. So we moved on. So from there, we found Ghost Recon. And Ghost Recon, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, the original 361, it's definitely a game of its time. It was very basic in graphics, very basic customization options. Even when you go back now and you play it, it is absolutely awful to look at. However, that was the one time that myself and the whole group of my friends would play together and absolutely love it. You get one person that would want to snipe, however they'd be absolutely hopeless at it. There'd be one person, i.e. me, that would just run in and just get killed, or just run in and just shoot up. You'd get another person who would try and be a little bit sneaky about it, and you'd get one person that would be the grenadier, always. And that created a whole different scenario for us. It was a whole different way of spending time together that we actually really, really enjoyed. And to be fair, even now, to this day, we play it. We will go back. Even now we're on the Series X times or the 1X times. We always go back to that 360. It doesn't matter about the basic graphics or the movements or the fact that there's not much of a story. You just got tasks to complete. However, that just holds so many good memories for us. All-nighters that we would pull trying to finish a level, or just, day after day after day trying to do these levels. It created a lot of good memories for us, and it still does. Whenever we play it now, we remember things that we've done. So from there, a friend of mine went on to Gears of War. That in itself is still an amazing story. Even with the new games, you follow it. However, spoiler alert, when Dom died, my friend who was playing through as Dom nearly just jumped ship and went. She didn't want to play it anymore. She was angry at the decision that the character made, just angry at the game. You do get really invested in the story and the characters that you're playing as, and the characters that you meet in those games. But she was absolutely heartbroken by it, and she still is. It's still a sore subject for her that Dom died. Even the recent games since his death, it's not the same as her playing as Dom. And obviously me as Felix, because I was always number one. But that was a game where you would follow the story, you would connect with the characters, you would want them to succeed, you would do everything you could to get to the end of the level. And then with each new game, like, you want to see how the story has progressed, and what new characters you're going to meet and what part they have to play in the story and in Felix's life. And then from there, we moved on to Sniper Elite. Now, the Sniper Elite games are a lot slower. Again, there's a story to it, but maybe not as detailed as you would get, or personal anyway, that you would get with your Ghost Recons, or your that you would get with other games. But Sniper Elite for my friend and I was the gold mine, because both she and I are very, very obsessed with finding all the collectibles, of doing all the achievements. You know, we wanted to do the longest shot. We wanted to get however many headshots we needed to get in order to do the accomplishment. We wanted to find all the collectibles in it. We wanted to shoot all the eagles. Like no matter where it was or what the story was, we absolutely grip onto everyone. We're waiting for Sniper Elite 5. That's one of our things that we're waiting on to see, just what new things they're going to put in this time. And even when they go back and they put the 360 games back into the Xbox One era, we still get them. All of these games, when you start to look into the story aspect of games and the campaign co-op that new consoles no longer seem to want to do, which is disappointing. I understand now that campaign co-op is all of a sudden uncool for consoles and game developers. They don't want to do it anymore. They want your online multiplayers. They want, P versus P. They don't want to waste time in a story campaign mode anymore. That's a co-op, which is a shame, because that's what my friends and I absolutely love. Because you can only play team deathmatching and things like that for so long before I need a story to grip me in order to, focus all of my time and energy on it. So that is where we move on to my favourite game series that I have finally convinced my friend to play with me, because she always refused, and that is Borderlands.